It was a telepathic send to Mark. Push the button.
That's what happened.
Push a button.
That's what we get on Friday mornings. It's a beautiful morning in Delaware. I mean, it was a beautiful day yesterday, and now it is what it is.
So nice. Did you sleep much last night?
No, I slept not.
Because there was just like noises and rain, and I couldn't figure out if that was hail, but I was too tired to get up.
It was an interesting night last night, indeed, and it's been an interesting week. But that did not, take us away from doing some really amazing things. So happy. Earlier this week, I got to go to a ribbon cutting for Johnson's Ice Creams.
Yum.
It is opening in Evans Farms, and they are giving us coupons for our summer reading club this summer. So that was really wonderful.
Does an ice cream opening mean it's going to warm up and stay warm soon because we brought this into the earth?
Yeah, I think that's what it means. So we're happy to do that. I got to go to 2 other ribbon cuttings this week.
That's amazing. Where?
Open Bottle in downtown Delaware. It is where the Jay Gumbo's former home of
The
Jay
wine bar?
Gumbo's. Yes, it's a wine bar. So super beautiful. And then yesterday, Pause. It's in downtown Delaware. It's a service oriented business that has a little ASMR. It's, gentle touch and light sounds. And if you just need 30 minutes of relaxation, you're going to go to Pause and you're going to see Michelle.
So like pause, like I'm listening to music. I hit pause, not pause.
Yeah.
Like my cat has the world's cutest paws.
I mean, but maybe we could incorporate animals into the business model.
Please.
I think that could work. Purring could probably fall really well into that.
Kneading.
I'll suggest it.
A little biscuit factory going on there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But while you do all of these things, you eat your ice cream, you sip your wine, you get your gentle ASMR, you might also want to read a book or talk about a book or listen to a book. Have there been any good ones, Molly?
Oh, listeners, I'm back at Cozy Mysteries.
Here she is.
And I am back on one of my favorite series. So I just read Guilt in Ginataan, which is part of the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery. This is a story of somebody who is of Filipino heritage, and her aunties run Tita Rosie's Kitchen. They also have a local dry cleaner, but she runs the Bruja Cafe. She also tends to run into a whole bunch of dead bodies.
Oh, no.
So on this one...
Oh, dear.
Oh, yes. So on this one, the Bruja Cafe was at the Corn Festival in town. And they had just started meeting. They were trying to bring the town of Shelby in so that they were all getting along and becoming friends with each other. And they were serving their coffee. They were, watching this one mayor's wife just go nuts with coffee. And then when they sold out, they decided, let's go in the corn maze. But of course, while they're in the corn maze, they didn't find their way out. They found a dead body.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like in a cozy mystery, it's like dun, dun, dun. But in real life, it's like, oh, my gosh, trauma for life.
Yeah, but I'm in a cozy mystery world.
Yeah, you are.
And you turn around and I mean, the number of bodies, these cozy mystery, like in your lifetime, you're maybe going to see 2 or 3, unless you're like a mortician or something. You're going to see like 2 or 3 dead bodies.
And hopefully none ever in the wild.
And none in the wild, yeah. Maybe one. You never know. Stand By Me was a movie, so it might happen one day. It's not going to happen that you're the one discovering them. But in these books, she always is. And I just love that body count per Adina being in a room. So this one's lovely. It really plays too with like your rival towns. Who is Delaware's rival? I just see us loving each other. Do we really have like a rival in Delaware?
Yeah, I mean, like football team wise, the season opens against Buckeye Valley.
Buckeye Valley,
yeah, that's
okay.
Kind of like the start of the rivalry.
So imagine if you would want to imagine a rivalry going on, but trying to create that love between the two. For my hometown, Chesapeake and Fairland, Dragons, you're going down still. Panthers will win. That doesn't make sense with a mascot. Clearly, the dragon was going to eat the panther, but I digress. In this book, though, the Bruja Cafe team is causing a bunch of trouble. I love this one. This one really leaned into, she's got a cute little puppy, and this one brings in another puppy. It brings in local businesses. When I read these cozy mysteries, I just sit and think about how maybe one day I could retire, have my, life in Delaware and go to get yarn and pal and find a dead body when I leave.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm going to solve the mystery, though. So I promise I'll keep you all safe because I'm going to help solve these mysteries. I'm sorry, police. I know you don't want my help, but I feel like I'm especially
You need the assistance
ready.
of a local librarian.
So
little did you know.
if you're in the mood, you can jump into the series anywhere you want. It's Guilt and Ginataan by Mia P. Manansala. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying that wrong. Shady Palms is a really, really fun town to get to know. These characters, you're going to learn a lot about the Filipino culture, which I absolutely have enjoyed.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the series. This is book 5 in the series.
Yes.
And each of the titles has, some sort of death and some sort of food.
And it's always Filipino foods, but she likes to blend because in the Bruja Cafe, she has somebody of Hispanic heritage as well. So they're often blending those flavors. They're having a lot of fun with it.
Do you know what the dish a Ginataan is?
I don't on this one. Now, I have known some of these. My college roommate, her husband has really introduced me to the Filipino culture, which is amazing. And the food, I can go with Billy and Carla and eat all day. He is amazing. I'm going to be requesting, because I have finished these books before, and said, Billy, could you please, fun fact about these books, recipes at the end of each of these. So if you do want to try the food, there are recipes that go along with it. Yeah. She had like 3 in the back of this one. Yeah. So, it's a full experience, a lot of fun. Again, if you love just books where you stumble across a corn maze and find a body, I gotcha.
All right.
I gotcha.
Well, I realize, and I apologize, I failed to introduce our guest because we just went
goodness,
right
we
into
did.
it. I know.
Just been back here giggling.
It's fine. Yeah. So that
Lily's getting a full feel here.
That pleasant giggle that you hear on microphone number 2 is Lillie Moore.
Hello.
She's a youth services librarian at our Liberty Branch Library, and we're gonna have a lot of fun this the second half of the show because we're talking about a program that's coming up next week and also this summer, Internet Safety Explorers. And then another program that is really going to bring spring to the Liberty Branch when it comes to Peeps.
It has my favorites.
Yeah. So, and we're also going to maybe taste some Peeps.
We might have to taste some Peeps
this morning. So, welcome, Lillie. Apologies that I didn't just get right into it with you there. But now let's talk about books. What kind of books have you been reading?
So, as a children's librarian, I'm mostly doing children's books. So when I break out and I read something for adults, it's a little unusual, especially if I'm reading a romance, which is really unusual for me. Not usually my cup of tea. This one's a couple years old, but I read it a few years back and got that craving to reread it again. Someone You Can Build a Nest In. It's by John Wiswell. It's got this stunning red and black cover. I think that's what drew me in. They really,
That's an amazing title.
I know, right? Someone you can build a nest in.
It almost sounds a little dark.
It is.
Okay, good.
Could be a cozy mystery. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I feel more like I can talk about it after hearing you really excited about finding bodies in the restaurant.
Finding bodies wherever you go.
So it's about, it's a really fun blend of kind of supernatural, cozy romance. But it's about a shapeshifter. Her name is Sheshishen, which is so much fun to say.
I just loved hearing it.
And I hope that's how I've always read it. But maybe it's meant to be something else. But it sounds like Sheshishen to me. And her whole deal, she's a shapeshifter. She lives in this swamp, a ruined swamp, and just periodically eats the folk that come by, as you do.
Yep.
And then has to venture out into town one day. And so as she does that, she has to borrow different parts from her victims to form a human shape, and gets into a little bit of an accident and is helped out by a human who thinks that she is also a human. So Sheshishen meets Homily, and the two hit it off right away. And Sheshishen immediately is like, finally, I found somebody where I can lay my eggs in. This is the perfect mother of my children. Yay!
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I hate this.
But then, she comes to the thought of but then they will have to eat their way out of her. No. And I actually really like this person. And then she realizes the person that she's really falling for is also hunting her down, is hunting this shapeshifter in her village that's been harming the locals.
Oh, no.
So it's just this really sweet story by the end of it.
I
It
am
sounds
loving
not
it.
sweet.
Not the word that I would have
And
said.
it's
I'm
just
trying to reserve it.
wonderfully darkly humorous. I highly recommend it. I don't go often back to a book, but this was one that I wanted to reread recently just because it makes me feel
Can you say
comfy.
that title one more time?
Someone you can build a nest in.
Oh my gosh, I so have to read this.
Yeah, John Wiswell.
It's really fun. I want to say it came out a few years ago, and
Ooh, it's only a 10-hour listen. That's perfect.
oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a pretty short read. I struggle with anything over 400 pages.
Yes.
That's probably why I read mostly children's books.
Exactly. I am there in that too.
But yeah, that would be my recommendation. Absolutely love that one.
That it's funny. I'm looking at the cover of it. The cover art is beautiful, and if you watched K-pop Demon Hunters, it's got some Saja Boys feels to it, especially at the end. But I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. But that's just the vibe that I get from it too.
You know, I haven't actually watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
That makes two of us.
Fail. It's a big fail.
But we maybe don't have little humans who help encourage us to do that.
You know what? It's a banger. I would watch it without my little humans.
Admittedly, I think I just have been counterculture since the day I was born. So the second I'm like, this thing's popping off. Oh, I'm not interested.
And then like 10 years later, you come across it and you're like, this
absolutely.
was so awesome.
In 5 years, I'm going to watch it and be like, wow, this is incredible.
Best
you
show
guys.
ever.
Yeah, should have watched it in 2025. Well, I have a bundle of books this morning, and it's related to our second half of the show, where we're going to talk about some internet safety exploration.
Yes.
But it's hard to get books about like topics like this in kids' hands. 'Cause
Yes.
most of the time, let's be honest, they stink.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that any of these are great, but they at least try. And so I think that that's like where we're going. So Be Smart About Screen Time, Stay Grounded, Set Boundaries, and Keep Safe Online by Rachel Bryan is a graphic novel that is made for kids to kind of learn about, what they can do to stay safe online. And
Now-
again, these kids probably aren't reading this on their own.
I was going to say, as
yeah.
a parent, Nicole, is there language that if you read the book would help you talk to your girls about it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, for me, and that's kind of, I was talking with Lillie about this a little bit beforehand. This other one, How Can I Be Safe Online? Learning how to behave and protect myself on the internet, is, written from a teaching point of view. It's not great with its storytelling. It's not like you're going to walk away and care about the characters. What it kind of does is it takes lessons that need to be learned, puts them into little 2-page chapter vignettes appropriate for, a 9 to 12-year-old. And then it gives you a jumping point to start a conversation. So like one of the chapters, kind of talks about basically just, using your words online, saying things that you would say in person is the same way that you should say things online. So we try to be polite in person. So let's try to be polite online or
That's
more.
so true. Hey, adults, I know this is for kids.
Listen
but
up.
Let's remember this. If you want to say it to somebody in person, maybe
Yeah.
you shouldn't be saying it to somebody online.
Yeah, don't let the facelessness give you courage. Talking about pictures, sharing a picture with a friend and how that can just so easily spread
Yes.
to places that you didn't intend it to spread to. So what they do is they kind of start these conversations. And then there's one, if you grew up in my era, and love American Girl. And they did really great with a lot of these how-to guides. They're a little bit more in-depth, use a lot more words than these other two books that I just mentioned. So a smart girl's guide to a digital world by American Girl is, maybe you do have a kid who likes to read independently and does like to learn and things like that. This would be something that you could give to your girl is the intended audience, between 9 to 12 or so, to learn a little bit about what they can do to stay safe online. But as I said, they're not riveting. You're not going to be like, wow, that's the best piece of literature I've read in 500 years. But they are going to give you a chance to start a conversation with your kiddo.
And they're tough topics.
Yeah.
Let's face it, we want the world to be safe for our kids, and we have to find ways to warn them. It's not always.
Yeah.
I mean, the honest conversation is better than none.
Yep, I'm gonna corner, my daughters, and I'm going to be like, Mommy is telling a story tonight, and then I'm going to start reading this, and they're gonna roll their their eyes, and I'm going to say, but let us talk about this, and then they'll continue to roll their eyes,
But maybe something will stick. Like
Yes.
we roll our eyes at it as kids, and then sometimes we still come back to it as adults.
Sometimes things do stick.
Well,
yeah.
and my sisters always had to have the serious conversations, so I'd follow those up with like ridiculous things like a chicken could find you, and then the chicken's going to follow you. And it would get silly, but then we could talk about things. Sometimes that would come to like a girl bullying somebody. Or so when the conversation starts, you never know where they're going to feel comfortable actually talking to somebody.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk more about this in the second half. We have book lists online that have all of these titles in them. But until then, we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back on the other side to talk about Peeps and internet safety. Stay tuned.
We have Peeps.
All right, peep, peep, peep.
Not just any peep.
If you hear that sound, it is a sweet little peep.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
But this is a different type of peep. Molly has brought some peeps for us to taste test this morning.
The great thing about Peeps in the last few years is that they have really been exploring flavors.
Isn't that
We love
It is for me who loves candy. I'm not going to say that knowing my mom might not be listening today, that this is not a good day for this.
All right, so as we have our discussion, we're gonna taste test this peep. Let's go ahead and take a bite. What flavor is this?
This
one?
is a Pop-Tart frosted strawberry. So is it going to be the frosting? Is it going to be the Pop-Tart? Is it going to be the yummy filling?
They have filling in these?
No.
No,
But is
but
it the filling of the? This is good. I approve
overall
of this.
flavor. Poor Lily here. Lily, why don't you admit?
So I don't like Peeps at all. Well, not at all. Like I 90% don't like them. I like the soft marshmallow on the inside. It's the sugar grit.
If you don't want to finish, I'll be prepared for that as well.
Oh, good. I have a barf bag now. I probably will do the wine tasting spit bucket.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna rate the Pop-Tart one. If we're out of a scale of like let's say 5, I'm gonna rate the Pop-Tart one like a 3.5 out of 5.
If you like strawberry ice cream, this will be top of your list.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
I agree. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't really like Peeps either, but this one nails it, I think.
I love them.
I could round it up to a 4 if I'm convinced so, but I want to see what's coming next. And while you prepare our next one, Molly,
Okay.
Lily, why don't you talk a little bit about why we're eating Peeps and creating with the Peeps? Yes.
So coming up on March 30th, this upcoming Monday, at the Liberty Branch, we are kicking off a little Peeps celebration, creating with my Peeps. You may have experienced creating peep dioramas at some point in your life, and if not, that's okay. You've maybe experienced creating a diorama out of a shoebox.
Exactly.
That was one of my favorite projects. Any school year, you'd get like one a year. They'd say, "All right, make a diorama
of something."
Yeah, and so this one is themed around Peeps, and we have Peeps available. Oh no. Molly just passed me one of the chili lime peas.
Don't you worry.
Chili lime mango. So we are. You can come by the library anytime next week. Excuse me, Liberty Branch specifically.
Yeah.
Please don't go to the main branch in Delaware and ask them for Peeps. They're
I
gonna
will
be
have
really
eaten them all.
confused. Yeah.
I will have come by and eaten them all.
But if you come to the Liberty Branch sometime next week, just stop by the Youth Services Department, pick up a little baggie of a couple of Peeps as well as an entry form. Very simple rules. It's Peeps. It's not rocket science.
This is like a fun type program. You can come on the 30th between 5 and 7, and you can kind of get all your supplies, maybe do some stuff at the library that night. But you can also just grab the bag, take it home.
Absolutely.
And bring it back to the library with your diorama. Because some kids like to really take their time to make these sorts of things. They get real intricate. How long, what's the entry period? When can they drop off their creations?
So anytime between March 30th and Thursday, April 9th.
Okay, so
they've got a
10 days.
Yeah, quite a bit of time. We did try to line it up with the Olentangy spring break.
Yep.
Just give kids something else to do, right? But yeah, like you said, you can absolutely just grab a bag, bring it home. You can work on it a little bit that first day at the library. You can do a little bit of both. I don't expect anybody to have their diorama in 2 hours, but maybe you do.
Right.
I'm working on one as well. Just as like, well, I've got some time, got to make sure these Peeps and art supplies all work.
And we welcome both bunnies and chicks shaped Peeps.
Oh, yes. I should mention, I believe most of the Peeps I'm seeing here today, I see mostly chicks.
I do have a bunny.
Okay, we do have bunnies. We will have bunnies and chicks available as Peeps to take. Oh, this maybe goes without saying, but I'm going to say it. Please don't eat the Peeps that you take for this diorama project.
Fingers have touched them.
They are, yep, my unwashed. I licked all of them. Don't eat the Peeps.
That's the mom note.
That's what I did to keep my sisters from stealing my Easter candy.
Yeah, exactly. But no, really, they're going to be stale because that's what makes them more workable. So they're getting a nice stale treatment over the weekend. They're just going to hang out in an empty box.
Yeah. And I love this. If you have never heard of anything like this before, all you have to do is hop onto Google and do a quick Google search for Peep diorama, and you will see 101 different, iterations. Peeps playing Jeopardy, Peeps in the Hunger Games layout, in the cornucopia.
Pick your favorite book. The one I've
Yeah.
never done, I should do this next year. It will take me the whole day. I should do an anti-Mame Peep. And I
Yeah.
should do like several scenes from the movie.
Right.
That would be amazing.
would be-
I could start now.
Right.
By next year, I'll have it.
Goodnight Moon with Peeps.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cute.
Using the bunnies, things like, the bunny Peeps. And so there's just so many different ideas. Is there voting or is it just pride?
It is totally just for the fun.
Okay.
We've thought about voting and prizes, and honestly, I just want to see people create something fun and be proud of it.
Well, we'll make sure that we get pictures of it up on social media, and then share your pictures and tell all your friends about your amazing work that you put into these projects.
And if you want to see all of them, whether or not you're participating or you just want to see them all, we're going to showcase those dioramas at the Liberty Branch from April 11th to the 17th. I believe that's going to coincide with at least one of our book sale days. So if you're
Nice.
coming for an FOL book sale,
Yeah.
I believe the Peeps should be up during that time. So you can just kind of get a look at them. Haven't decided where we're going to display them yet. Kind of depends on how many entries we get. So,
Exactly.
very
Okay,
excited.
the next Peep that we tried was
Yes.
chili
lime
I'm
mango.
obsessed. This is so good.
It is. It is.
4.5 out of 5.
It's got a
me.
little kick, but it's not burning my entire mouth.
I
But then
taste no kick.
there's almost a peach,
yes.
like a peach ring
Yes.
flavor. Like if you like those
does,
gummy
yeah.
peach rings.
I assume it's the mango-ness, but
Yeah.
I have to say, because I noticed this on the Pop-Tart ones as well as these ones.
Yeah.
There's like flakes on them.
Yeah.
Is that just part of the Peep?
I think so. Yeah, the Pop-Tart one is all pink, and then much like a strawberry Pop-Tart, it has the rainbow sprinkles on it, and so the Peep kind of has its own little rainbow sprinkle things. And then the mango one has, it's an orange-colored Peep, and then it has little red flecks on it, too. Okay, while we taste our next one, which is a
Dr. Pepper.
Okay, while we taste our Dr. Pepper one, Lily, in about 2 minutes, can you tell us about internet safety and what's happening with that, both next week and this summer?
Absolutely. So we, as discussed earlier, we really important, want to emphasize to kids how important it is to be careful and safe online. I'll be honest, I'm a child of the 90s. I was online a little bit as a kid, but I look back at my own history and I'm like, man, kids today, they have even more just free
Opportunity.
reign and opportunity. Beautiful.
I was making websites that made a frog jump, and I was really proud that if you click the frog, he'd jump up. So it's a different world now.
It is. And so, and there's, in my opinion, nothing good or bad. It's neutral. It's what you do with that, right? So we want to empower kids to use the internet safely. So we are utilizing this program called Internet Awesome. It's presented by Google as well as Highlights Magazine, if you remember those from the dentist's office.
Of course.
Amazing magazines that are still going around. So it covers 5 really big pillars that kids need to keep in mind when they are online. So being internet smart, internet alert, internet strong, internet kind, and internet brave. So really straightforward concepts for them to remember. The program that we're doing, it goes across 2 days, about an hour and a half each day. So we break up those pillars just to make it a little bit more manageable for the kids. We are really encouraging the grown-ups to attend with their children. We want you to get the same information that they do. And so you can later be like, yeah, remember when we went to Internet
Oh,
Awesome?
man.
Hey,
Classic
remember?
parent move.
But it's just, they're wonderful values. The program itself is great for, I'd say, ages 7 to 10 or 11, around that range.
Yeah, and
It's
so
fantastic.
you can hit up our website. It's going to be next week, April 1st and 2nd, at the LaBadie branch. We do have registration limited to about 25 kids per class, but it's coming back this summer. So if you're, if you've got your spring break plans and you're going to be out of town, that's okay because it's coming back this summer at our Orange and Delaware branches. And the cool thing is we can't officially call them gibbets, but they're gibbets. And you get you get a wristband, and for each pillar that you learn about, you get some pretty cool swag.
Oh,
that you
that's
get to put on that
amazing.
wristband,
Little charms.
as you learn, charms, exactly. But gibbets. So, okay, let's give our quick analysis
Okay.
of our Dr. Pepper. I don't love Dr. Pepper, so this one's
I love
Oh,
Dr.
I like
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
It
Yeah.
tastes like Dr.
It
Pepper.
does taste like exactly like Dr.
It
Pepper.
is like you were drinking a Dr.
I got
Pepper.
a Cyclops one. I just wanted to
Oh,
point
oh,
out.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
wonky ones. where one
Anybody
eye's in
else
the
like to
center.
eat the little eyes off for the crunch that comes with them?
Nope.
I like to eat. I like to start sometimes the little eyes and get that little crunch.
So if you love Dr. Pepper, the Dr. Pepper Peep is a 5 out of 5 for you. If you don't love Dr. Pepper, it's like a 2 out of 5.
I love watching Lily every time be like, and still a peep.
And
I'm giving them all a try, and I am taking a bite or two and then putting it in the garbage. bag.
Absolutely welcomed.
all
To
right.
each their own.
Well, we have got to get going, but this has been super fun. Tell us all about your Peep ratings and come and check out your Peeps and make your Peep diorama at the LaBadie branch starting this Monday, March 30th, and going through April 17th. So we will see you soon. Lily, thank you so much for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
having me. This was fun.
This was super fun. Molly,
was.
always a pleasure.
Always, Nicole.
And Mark will be peeping awesome until next time.
All right.
We'll see you in the steps.